My name's Holly Anton. I'm an integrative psychologist with Sutter's Institute of Health and Healing in Santa Rosa. And welcome to the topic of the day, which is, are we there yet? And dealing with the mixed feelings that many people seem to be having as there's more discussion about re-entering something, a new phase of this period of retreat that we've been in. And so thought it would be helpful to find a way of looking at that mix of feelings about beginning to re-enter into activities that may bring us into more contact with each other and some semblance of what a new normal, new semi-temporary normal life might look like. And in the spirit of that, in the spirit of taking a look at what is right now happening for you, I invite you to let your attention move from wherever it was you were and invite your attention back if it wants to wander into some other moment or mode. And start with a very simple awareness of being in this instant of your life, this particular moment. Of course, there's the breath that's an ever-present process to tune into, to locate this instant. There's the physicality of your body, what it actually feels like to be sitting, what you hear, both my voice and other ambient noise you may notice around you, and the deeper felt sense of what it's like to be you right now. I invite you to rest into the simpleness of being when all you have to do right now is this. And the only person you can be right now is you. And there really is nothing else to do right now but this. Rest into that. And notice the body will breathe itself. It doesn't need you to manage it. And your posture will hold you just fine without any extra effort. And beginning always with a period of settling in for any of the tools that you may learn or practice for dealing with stress or simply increasing a sense of well-being. I hope you always remember to start with settling in a simple, direct way, so that any of the other tools or skills you might use will be so much more helpful to you. And I encourage you to keep your focus on the simplicity of being and let the words I'm about to offer, let them blow through. Some will stick for a moment, some won't. It's not a problem. Some of the words may elicit an image or some idea. Let it come and let it go. I do want to offer you a couple of tools for dealing with states of in-between, states of transition. So I do want you to hear what I have to say, but the far more important thing right now is that you also have this time to just sit and be. So let come what comes, let go what goes. I've had quite a number of people talking with me recently about different responses to the discussion of starting to open our lives more. And I'm reminded so very much of that experience of being a parent with kids in the back seat, or of being the kid in the back seat, halfway or some way along the way to a destination that I didn't know how far along we were. And some of the responses to that impatience or boredom or anxiety or eagerness and that whole mix of feeling state, some of our responses to that might be similar to the responses that our parents might have offered from the front seat of the car, some more skillful than others. 3 skills that I hope we can all use with our own kids in the back seat, so to speak, with this mixture of feelings we might have about this next phase of opening. The first being, can we listen deeply enough to hear the different voices, that is, the different aspects of this feeling state, these mixed feelings about things changing again, moving forward in some way. So listening deeply to the feelings as they are different from each other, and each has its own unique concern. Some of those you can maybe do something about. The concern of one of the kids in the back seat might be, I can't wait to get back to the park. I can't wait to get back to the beach. Well, we can't be at the beach and we can't be at the park right now, because right now we are here. And there may be some aspect of that we can give ourselves. There may be another voice from the back seat that is anxious, is worried about getting to some destination and not knowing what that will be like. Well, we can't know what it will be like, but we can promise that we will continue to do all that we've learned that allows us to feel safe in our explorations of the world together. We can keep that promise to ourselves that whatever comes, we have acquired some knowledge and skills and habits that do offer us the ability to adventure more safely. There's also the wonderful parenting skill of when we've done everything else we can do and there really isn't anything more effective to be done until we get to whatever is next. We're allowed to distract. It's okay. I call it wise distraction. It's not slipping and sliding into some distracting activity out of autopilot or to try to get away from something. This is different. If I have done everything I can do for now, I can choose to put my attention on an activity or an experience that's pleasant and or meaningful. So that's a second tool. First tool being listen deeply, do what I can do for my mixture of feelings. Second skill, if I've done everything I can do and I have listened deeply, it's okay to choose to throw my attention wholeheartedly onto some activity or an experience that is either pleasant or meaningful, and ideally both. And the third is engage the moment as it is. That is, come back to what we started with, this very call together. In and of itself, it is a skill, it is a tool. The simpleness of being in one's breath, connected to one's sensory experience, letting go of any fantasy that there's something else to do, is the starting place for all other wise tools, and it is also a destination, you might say, in and of itself. We're never there. We're never going to be a there. Are we there yet? We never are there, right? We're never there. It's always here. So easy to forget.